We're here to retrace the journey of Watmis Huntlikwas, the first Haisla person that arrived in the area. Getting to retrace some of his footsteps in his journey, it's pretty amazing. Long ago, in a small village in Rivers Inlet called Sumkhalt, there lived a young man by the name of Watmis. He had married the chief's daughter of that village. One evening, he and his wife were sitting around the fire. They got into a disagreement, and this argument led to Watmis picking up a stone and tossing it in his wife's direction. It was said that the stone accidentally struck her in the temple, killing her. As a result of that, her father sought a revenge against Watmis and his family, and he called together a group of his braves and he ordered them to kill Watmis and his family. Luckily for Watmis, his friend ran to warn Watmis of what was going to happen. Watmis began to pack up his family and he fled the area. He traveled by night to avoid being seen by day. I can't even begin to imagine how hard that must have been, traveling by night in these waters. I'll rewind the story a little bit back to a time where there were some hunters that got lost, and there was a hunting party that was sent out searching for this lost group of hunters. Eventually, the people that were searching for them wound up in the Kitimat area, and they were scared away by what they believed to be a giant white monster that dwelled at the mouth of the river. That story of that monster must have been told up and down the coast, so the area was largely unoccupied because of that monster. Watmis must have heard the story and knew that this area was a place that he could probably seek refuge with his family. And this is where he first arrived. Here he stayed camped out for a little while before he became curious enough to check out the monster for himself. He ventured with his friend who was a brave, the informant. And as they got closer and closer to the giant white monster, he realized that they were in fact a big flock of seagulls that were feeding off of the abundance of ulukins in the Kitimat River. So when he realized that and realized that they were feeding off of ulukin, he asked his elderly mother to taste test some ulukins to see if it was safe for them to eat. She ate an abundance of them, fell asleep, woke up and deemed it safe for them to eat. And then he decided that this was a good place to relocate to because of the abundance of things that they could harvest in the area. They moved their camp to the mouth of the river, and one day a paddle came floating down the river, which indicated to them that they weren't alone. So they decided to go and explore to see who was nearby. And when they got closer, they had come across a group of Tsimshian people. They couldn't understand each other because they spoke different languages, but he somehow invited them to join him for a meal with his camp. They enjoyed each other's company so much so that he invited them to permanently reside with his camp. But in order to do that, he asked them to relinquish their sense of ownership to the community they were coming from. They agreed to do that, and that was essentially the start of Haisla Nation, or Haisla people. When he had enough people in his community, he wanted to uhwa, or cleanse himself of the shame of his past, and so he changed his name from Watmis to Huntlikwas, and Huntlikwas means man who hunts with the bow and arrow. It's important as a Haisla person to understand that piece of our history and to know where we came from and our origins.